What's up, boys? Welcome back to another episode of the Blitz Boys podcast. And as you can see, we're in a new place. It's a new place. We got the Blitz Boys here in the back. We got a new studio. So, basically what's going to be happening is we're going to be in this studio here sometimes, and then we're going to be at the old studio some other times, you know? Just depends on the day, you know, but we want to get in a more professional area. We're working on getting a mic and more stuff to set up out here for you guys.
Working on a way to hang up the jerseys.
Yeah, we're trying to hang up the jerseys. Yeah, we're trying to get better stuff to hang stuff up with. But yeah, so this episode we're going to be talking about the NFC West. We're continuing our series talking about NFL divisions. We got NFC West today, and we're going to start with the poverty Arizona Cardinals. Looking at the roster here, it's not great.
All right. Here's what I'll say. With the Cardinals, it's much better than last year.
Without a doubt.
I feel like last year when they had Murray playing, they did good. They were 3-5 down the stretch, and they were a very competitive team all throughout the season. Let's go to the offense here. I like James Conner. He's good.
Yeah, James Conner's
Trey Benson will be he'll be a good running back.
We can't be forgetting Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, Michael Wilson. You don't know who he is. He's very underrated.
Yeah.
He basically took over Hopkins' role when he was gone, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did. McBride, he's a fantasy legend.
Yeah, he is.
But here's where it concerns me if I'm the Cardinals though. Your defensive line. You have Zaven Collins, who is your best edge rusher. That's bad. And then you have B.J. Ojulari, who was injured last year. You have Darius Robinson. I mean, he's got to make an impact if they want to do something up front. And then they have Murphy Bunting, Jalen Thompson, Buda Baker. I like their secondary. If I'm the Cardinals,
I like Buda.
You like Buda? Buda's a stud. Yeah, but my biggest takeaway if I'm the Cardinals is mainly the rookies, man. Marvin Harrison and Darius Robinson, what can they do? Because if they can't do anything, then you're going to have to be relying on guys like Trey McBride to carry, bro.
Yeah, and Dan Chisena, right?
Whoever that is. And if Darius Robinson can't do anything, you have to rely on Zaven Collins to get sacks, and that's not good.
Yeah. But I mean, like they're not a playoff team, but I don't know if they're a bottom top 3.
I like what their coaching staff's building too.
Yeah,
I do. Let's go to free agency tracker here.
Free agency tracker, yes sir. All right. They have signed. How do I say that? Jonah Williams from the Bengals. If he's an offensive lineman from the Bengals, I don't know what to say. Joe Burrow.
He's all right. He's
Joe Burrow.
Special.
Yeah.
I don't have much else on the Cardinals, honestly.
They have not done much in the offseason except for Marvin Harrison Jr. draft pick. But yeah, Cardinals.
They have potential to compete for in the standings for a while. I feel like they'll be a sneaky team for sure.
They could be a sneaky team. Yes.
I don't have anything else to say on the Cardinals though.
Yeah, Cardinals. Funky team.
All right.
On to the LA Rams. Now let's remember these guys won the Super Bowl about 3 years ago. Since then they got Puka Nacua last year. Insane wide receiver. Then they lost Aaron Donald because he retired.
Kyron Williams, still, he's a beast.
They got Kyron Williams,
Blake
and they drafted Blake Corum out of Michigan. One of the most underrated picks in the draft, in my opinion. He's pretty much the reason why they won the national championship last year.
They'll have Cooper Kupp back for a full season.
Yep.
Their defense, though, when I look at so their defense is heavily relied on Byron. You know what Byron Young is, right? Do you? It's heavily relied on Byron Young and Kobe Turner.
Yeah.
And they're both second-year players, I feel like. They're both second-year players.
They have Tre'Davious White?
Yeah, but he's not that. He's old, dude. He's washed.
Yeah, because the Bills cut him, right?
Yeah, the Bills cut him.
Yeah.
But anyways, these two guys combined for 17 sacks last year, something high.
That's impressive, yeah.
And outside of those two guys, there's not much other pass rushers on their roster. They're starting Braden Fisk, he's a rookie. Jared Verse, he's a rookie. And then their secondary is old, dude. They have Tre'Davious White.
Yeah.
Darius Williams, he's like 31, 32.
Yeah.
Cameron Curls, I think he's like 28 or something. But
yeah,
if I'm the Rams, my biggest takeaway is what can Byron Young and Kobe Turner do without Aaron Donald? What's the defense going to look like without Donald mentoring them?
Yeah, I mean, the Rams defense, just the year they won the Super Bowl.
It was dominant. It was dominant.
That was one of the better defenses I've seen in my lifetime.
100%.
But they signed Jimmy G. He's suspended for being a pet boy. They got Stetson Bennett, the greatest college quarterback of all time. That was a joke.
Their offense is solid.
Their offense is.
What does Matthew Stafford have left in the tank?
I know that's the real question.
Will he be able to beat Purdy? Will he be able to? They'll be able to get past the Seahawks. I feel like.
Yeah, I'm seeing
What about the 49ers?
They're not beating the Niners. I can tell you that. But I'm watching Get Up in the mornings, and they have Matt Stafford as the 5th best quarterback in the NFL.
Are you kidding me?
And they have him as a top three quarterback in the NFC.
Well, I mean, the NFC is weak, but Matt Stafford is a top 3 quarterback.
Yeah, because they got
that's wild.
It's Mahomes, Burrow, Jackson, Allen, and Stafford as the top 5.
Okay, whoever those analyzers are needs to get fired, bro. I'm sorry.
I don't agree with it either. I don't like that. I don't like Matt Stafford in the top 5.
Are we just excluding Hurts or Dak? Or?
Yeah, I know.
Whatever. Let's do free agency.
Free agency tracker.
Tre'Davious White. He's old.
Old. They signed drug boy Jimmy G. He's suspended for what? How many games did it say?
Look, if they don't get after the quarterback, the play action, they're gonna get cooked with the play action with their old DBs. It's just not gonna be good if Byron Young can't get after the quarterback.
Yeah, Garoppolo's out the first 2 games. I thought it was a lot more than that, considering he was literally taking drugs. But he only signed a 1-year deal.
Garoppolo's a good backup.
Yeah, it'll be a solid backup, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So. I think we're moving on with the Rams.
No.
All right, now we're going to go to the 49ers. The Niners, obviously the runner-up in the Super Bowl last year. They have one of the most stacked teams we've seen in a while, I think. Do you agree on that?
Yeah. I mean, here's my thing with the 49ers, though. If they can't get it done this year, it's like the Celtics narrative, I feel like. If they don't get it done this year, when will they?
Yeah, I mean, you've got Brock, CMC, Debo, Ayuk just requested a trade, but I don't see him getting traded. I don't think they're going to trade him. I mean, he might just hold out. Honestly,
as good as he is, if they lose him, it's not going to make a huge difference because they have no shortage of guys on offense. I mean, McCaffrey, best running back in the league without a doubt. Deebo Samuel, I mean, he's inconsistent at times, but I mean, he's still Deebo Samuel. He can run the ball, catch the ball.
They still got Kittle and Juszczyk.
Ricky Parasol too. I hated that pick at the time. Yeah, I like it now.
Underrated pick.
Defense.
The defense is where it's at, I think.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, the defense low-key locked in the Super Bowl until they actually needed to.
Leonard Floyd, he's been with a few teams, but he'll give you 6 to 10 sacks a year-ish. Malik Collins, he's all right. Hargrave, Bosa, Greenlaw, Fred Warner. I mean, their front seven's probably best in football.
Oh yeah.
Secondary. I mean, I don't know what to think about their secondary.
I mean, it's not the most stacked one, but it's an interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
And then special teams, you got Jake Moody, who's ended their.
Moody's good.
he ended their unbeaten streak last year against the Browns.
He did.
That was really sad, honestly, because they had a good drive that game, but I remember watching that. That's all we got on the roster for now. Free agency tracker. They signed Leonard Floyd 2 years for $24 million, which not bad. Pretty good signing, I'd say. They signed Josh Dobbs. Was it a trade? Or no, is it just this? It was just a signing because Sam Darnold, who was their backup last year, he left to go to the Vikings. Josh Dobbs.
Flip quarterbacks.
They just flipped the quarterbacks.
There we go.
Yeah, so Dobbs is going to be the backup for Brock Purdy. Anyone else you like here?
No, not really. I will say their secondary is not nearly as good as their front seven.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what happens going up against DK, Tyler Lockett, Puka, and Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's a good team, though. I think this team might be the team to beat.
Yeah.
All right, going on to our last team here in the NFC West, we have the good old Seattle Seahawks, who've seen better days. Honestly, they've seen some better days. You know, like the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What do we got on here? Do we have their lineup? There we go. All right, we got the Seattle Seahawks depth chart here. I mean, they got Geno as the starter, Sam Howell backup, and P.J. Walker third string. They got one of the most underrated running backs in the league, Kenneth Walker, I think.
I mean,
he's
okay.
Yeah, and then you obviously got DK and Lockett.
Locker.
And then Jackson Smith-Njigba. I think he's one of the best young wide receivers.
Well, he didn't do great. Well, he did.
I think he can be something.
Yeah.
I think he can be something, for sure. One of the best tight ends in the entire history of the league, Noah Fant. I mean, can't go wrong with Noah Fant.
Jeez.
What do you see on defense here?
Defense, okay. So what was the biggest problem with the Seahawks last year was their rush defense. Horrible, absolutely horrible. That's the big question coming into this year. Jaron Reed, Leonard Williams. I mean, I don't know, man. Byron Murphy. I don't think he'll do great his first year. I don't think he'll have a huge impact, but they'll need him. They'll need him. Mm-hmm. And then they lost Bobby Wagner. Like whatever. I mean, but their secondary. I mean, it's all right with Tariq Woolen, Witherspoon, but I think I'd bet their defense is average. It's an average defense.
They're mid at best.
Yeah,
mid at best.
Another thing with them too is that I feel like they're building a roster for the next couple of years with Witherspoon, Woolen, and Smith and the Jigba. But this could be a really good roster like 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
I just don't know about now.
Yeah. Don't forget, they also have legendary Kobe Bryant on their team as well, right there.
There we go.
Kobe Bryant. The free agency tracker. They signed Jerome Baker, which
he's good.
Yeah, that's a good signing, I'd say. Signed Sam Howell. Not a bad signing for a backup quarterback. Re-signed.
Now let's talk about Geno Smith here. What do you think he's gonna do? What do you think Geno will do?
I don't know because Geno is either on or he's off.
If the Seahawks get the Geno Smith last year, they'll go 7-10.
Oh, without a doubt. If they get Geno Smith from 2 years ago,
they'll make playoffs. I can see them make playoffs.
Yeah.
But once again, you're competing with the NFC's best team in your division.
Yeah.
You're not getting past that.
You're not getting past the Niners if you're the Seahawks, in my opinion.
But my takeaway with the Seahawks is their rush defense mainly.
Yep, that's their main focus. Yeah.
And they're rushing too because they did bad rushing. Even though Kenneth Walker had like 900 yards, they didn't do anything almost.
Dang.
They were bottom 5 in rushing, I feel like. So
yeah, not a great running team.
No.
All right, now we're gonna make our NFC West predictions here for teams from worst to best. I'll start
Okay.
since I went second last time. At the bottom of the division here, I see the Cardinals. In the bottom, I think they're gonna go probably 5-12. I mean, they've got their best days are probably ahead of them, just not now or maybe in the next 2 seasons. They just need to make a lot more moves, and they need to keep developing the players. But Marvin Harrison Jr. is, I think he could win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If he doesn't do well, though, I mean, it'll be rough for offensively for Cardinals.
The second and third pick is a real toss-up one for me. I'm gonna have to go with the Seahawks in third place in this division. I have them going 7-10, 8-9. I just don't know how. I don't know what to expect from them. They had a really great surprising year 2 years ago.
And then they fell off.
Then they completely fell apart last year, so I don't know what to expect from them. But yeah, maybe Geno will lock in. Then second place, I have the Rams. They're going to be all right. They might be all right. I think they can go 10-7, 9-8.
Rams would be a good wild card team.
Yeah, they could be a solid wild card team. Then in first place, 49ers. I mean,
there's no excuses this year.
Yep. If they don't win the bowl this year, I don't know. It's Super Bowl or bust, in my opinion, for them.
100%.
Yeah, I think the Niners will go.
If Ayuk's already requesting a trade, and there'll probably be more to come if they continue.
Oh, without a doubt.
Losing,
without a doubt. I see them
going. They won't
going.
be able to pay like Nick Bosa, or did Nick Bosa sign a big contract?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
But like down the line, they're gonna have to pay all these guys, including Purdy.
Oh yeah, Purdy's gonna get a big payday. Yeah. All right, what do you think?
Okay, this is hot. Take.
Okay, all right.
I have the Seahawks in the last 7-10.
All right.
Don't call. I think.
Okay. What do you think the record is gonna be?
7-10.
7-10.
I think
at the bottom 7-10. Okay.
I think. Hear me out. Geno Smith is gonna play bad. Their head coaching without Pete Carroll, they won't be able to do anything. They're not gonna be able to. How do I say this? Do as good with or without Pete Carroll, because Pete Carroll was a great coach.
Oh yeah.
I also feel like the rushing on both things, like what I talked about earlier, that's gonna suck too. So
without a doubt, yep.
Seahawks aren't pretty disappointing in my opinion. Third place, it's a shocker to you, but I got Cardinals. I'll go 7-10 too. Cardinals 7-10.
Okay.
They'll be competitive this year. Murray's gonna prove that he still belongs in the league, I feel like. And then Marvin Harrison's gonna carry the offense.
I think
he'll carry the offense for sure.
For sure.
The Rams.
Rams second. Yep.
10-7 for Rams.
10-7. Yeah.
You know, it just depends how much Stafford has left in the tank in their pass rush. I mean, if Stafford can throw 4,000 yards, they'll be a playoff team without a doubt.
For sure, yes.
First place, I mean, that's easy to predict. 49ers.
Without a doubt.
They'll struggle a bit. They'll go 12-5.
12-5?
Yeah.
All right. Well, those were our NFC West predictions. Drop a like and comment and subscribe, because that's how we get more popular and we can make better content for you guys. But we will be back next week with another episode where we will be covering the AFC East.
Yep.
Yes, the AFC East. So yes, be sure to do that. Like and subscribe if you already haven't. And yes, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.